Today, I want to guide the students, especially the Form 4s, during the holiday. Now they'll revise for their exams, especially the KCSE exams. Our biology paper entails three papers. That is paper 1, paper 2, and the paper 3. Of which this paper 3 is a practical paper. The marks, we have 40 marks. We have 80 marks. And we have 8 marks. So in terms of the breakdown of these papers, this paper 1 is a short answer questions. And my take on this paper 1, for a student, this content based. It's about content based. If you don't have enough content in biology, it means you'll not survive in this paper 1. The main reason, it tests almost all the topics in biology from Form 1 to Form 4. 1 mark, 2 marks. And this is where we have a lot of tight questions. What is tight questions? Tight questions is a question whereby in question A, you are given a certain question. So in terms of your response, you will require, for you to score the section B, you need to have scored the section A. An example, you are given a question like cell physiology, identify the physiological process. Maybe it's osmosis. So the second question, if you are told to give a reason why it's osmosis, the first answer should be correct. I can say this paper 1, even if you are given enough time. If you don't revise to read your notes to get the content, you'll have a problem in this paper. And this is a measure where we will get the grades of biology. Most of our biology will be determined by your paper 1 because it's content based. Paper 2 will be divided to some sections, which are section A. Section A will have 40 marks. And I'm very sure that one of your first question will be genetics. Genetics has been always tested as part of section A for the last 20 years. So probability of it replicating this year will be very high. Then we have, and it will be taking 8 marks. There are 5, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that is section A, each 8 marks. I'm saying they'll be having 8 marks each. Then the second point, that is section B, we have the graph. And the graph will take 20 marks. Graph in biology, I do say it's a free mark, especially the graph drawing. That is around 7 marks. So drawing, I'm saying it's free mark. Just follow the rules. Origin, you should label your axis. You should have correct all the plotting points. Ensure that again your graph, if it's you are drawing 2 graphs, you label and at least identify each graph. Then from that point, in terms of the response, that is where a lot of students, 90% of the students, have a problem in terms of the response. And what will you do? For you to get the response of graph sections, 90% of graphs require responses from their essays. So that is where now it takes us to section C. Section C will be the essay. And these the marks will be, we have question number 7. This was question number 6. Question number 7 and 8. Each will have 20 marks. On these 2 essays, you will select one of the essays. And when you check for the last years, around 10 years, each and every essay, we have an organ. When you check 2020, we had an organ which is heart. 2021, we had again a replication of the heart. 2022, we had a kidney. 2023, we had placenta being an organ. 2024, we had the organ which was the urea pathway. Then last year, we had the hearing process. That is, so we are saying, for you to get one of these marks, you should be good in terms of organs. Maximize reading on the organs. And in terms of on this, again, this paper is very simple to score. We have said genetics. Don't go to that exam room without knowing genetics. And again, let me just use an example. We have only few areas when it comes to section B because it's structured and even the experimental. Let me use for gaseous exchange. The only testable areas on gaseous exchange in this section A will be the alveolus. We can do the gills. We have tracheal system. We have the human respiratory system. We can be given the lint cell and even the gut cell. Those are the only testable areas. So just read in terms of your reading format. Know the testable areas in this section. And I think you will be well to go. On your paper 3, and I'll say this paper, you should score. You should score well. I'm saying this one is not predictable, but this one is predictable. It's very simple. Format doesn't change because it does not have a lot of margin of applications as compared to section A, to paper 1, sorry. Paper 3, you can take the marks, 40 marks. This paper you can score as much as the maximum mark, which is 40. As long as you follow the rules, it's based on rules. And we just have some few practical areas. Example, in Form 1, the only testable areas for paper 3 are just, we have the cell physiology, which will be narrowed down to many areas from diffusion, osmosis to even experiments of active transports. Then we have the last topic, which is nutrition. It's broken down to various forms. So understand the practical areas. And we just have, in this paper, we just have 3 questions. And these 3 questions are the one that gives us 40 marks. And one of the question will be a workable one. You have to do it. An example, if it's a food test, if it's about, especially the food test, number 2, we have the osmosis, we have diffusion. Those are the ones that you will do in the lab. The other 2 questions, when you check our examiner lately, he has been doing much of classification. So don't move to go and do your practical without understanding a classification area. Classification is narrowed down just to kingdoms, then phylums, and the kingdom which is highly tested, which has highly been tested, is kingdom Plantae and kingdom Animalia. On the kingdom Plantae, we just have 3 phylums, which is a division, sorry. That is the division Bryophyta, Pteridophyta, and even Spermatophyta. Then you narrow down, understand those areas. In case you are given a mouse, can you draw? Last year they were given a bread mold. Not last year part 1. Then last year they were given animals. That was grasshopper. Understand all those from their kingdoms, class, and even giving their reasons. So those, and I'm saying this paper, you can score the highest mark. And this one will determine your biology marks because it's inserted as a raw mark. This other one, we have to convert, then we add with your paper 3. So these are just the basic rules. I'll be giving more breakdown each and every paper on how you can manage to score marks on each and every set of this paper. Thank you very much.